Welcome back, joined by Championship correspondent Pascal Lemaire to preview Saturday's clash between Birmingham City and Reading. Pascal, starting on the home side, first defeat under the new manager last time.
It was, yeah, Gary Rowett. He'd done so well in his first few games, but yeah, losing, especially against Blackpool as well, the league's bottom side. I mean, I know he said afterwards, Lee Clark, that was Lee Clark's first win. Obviously, he's the former Birmingham manager, and he wondered, if Lee Clark being there on the opposing bench, played a factor on his players at all. And yeah, they had such a good start, and no one would have expected them to lose that game, I don't think, given they'd been unbeaten under him before that. So, yeah, and the goal especially was so disappointing to concede. It was a really bad mistake at the back, allowing Steve Davis to go through. And to not score against the league's bottom club, it was really disappointing. But yeah, they're still, if you told him, look at his first 5-6 games since then, if you were told him this is how many points you're going to get, yeah, he would have been really impressed. Obviously, the way it happened with their first defeat is disappointing, but on the whole, he's had an excellent start. And if they win this game, they'll only be 3 points behind Reading, and probably can start looking at maybe getting towards the top half of the table.
Moving on to Reading, not the best result last time out. The goal was draw against Bolton.
Yeah, home to Bolton, who Bolton have been great at home under Neil Lennon. They've won every home game under him, but they've not been so good on the road. So Reading, they won their game, the game before that at home, on the road at Norwich, and that was a really impressive win. Even though Norwich, they were out of form in that game, but still to go to Carrow Road and win was impressive. But they didn't build on it, and that's been their problem this season. They've had the odd good result here and there, but they're 14th in the table, and that's because of their inconsistency. They've always failed to build on good results, and yeah, 0-0. Not being able to score at home is always disappointing. Obviously, Glenn Murray's come in. He's been a big player for them with the goals, but they've said whether they're going to try and sign him permanently in January is the thing, because the chairman's come out and said we have got the funds to sign him, because obviously when Palace signed him, when he was at Palace, he went up with Palace with that really good record in the Championship, and I'm sure if Reading want to sign him, Palace will demand decent money because they know how good a striker he is in this league. So if they can get him in, that'd be a good thing. But I think they need more players elsewhere, because at the moment they're not looking quite like a playoff side.
So you should score prediction for this game?
Well, it's quite hard to separate these two sides. I think obviously Reading, they go into this game, on the back of that 0-0, and I think it might be another 0-0 here. To be honest, I'm going to go goalless draw.
Sportsman going for a goalless draw.